Hey guys, good morning. Happy Wisdom Friday. I love joining you guys every Friday here, usually about 10 a.m. Pacific. I usually do this on YouTube as well, but today I don't have access to do that, so I'm gonna go ahead and just upload it on YouTube later. Hi Renee! Oh, hello beautiful. I'm so happy you're here. We have a beautiful topic today that came through me this morning, and I'm so excited to share with you and how it's completely changed my day. It's funny how just reading something or changing your perception or thoughts can completely radically change your state of mind and therefore your experience. So I'm excited to share what just happened this morning for me. But first off, I would just want to go ahead and tune in. So I invite you, Renee, and others that are joining me right now to just take a deep breath. And tune in to this moment, to this space where we get to let go of the world and just be here. And if you're watching this later, I invite you to also take the time to just tune in and take a few breaths. I feel that we just don't breathe enough. We don't stop enough. So we take a full breaths on our heart center. And a few more as we expand the chest. Then one more. And we allow Spirit to come into this live as we create together the good, the holy, and the beautiful. As we share something from the heart of where we all benefit and we all rise to the greatest glory, which is God's will for us, is that we be truly happy. Amen. Hi everyone. So, hi Marcela. Gracias por estar aquí, corazón. Long time no see, girl. So, I'm outside by my pool because a couple of things have shifted this morning for me. And one of the things that started was I was reading The Way of Mastery, which is the book I'm kind of diving deep into right now in my life. And I interviewed the channeler of this book, ACIM, this week, and just really inspired me to read one of his lessons this morning. And the lesson was creating and making, and what is the difference between creating and making. And I was intrigued, and it really catapulted me into another state of mind. It was amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just read it for you of what I read, and so you guys can get an idea of what creating and making are and the difference. So it says, for we were born, it says here, to create and not make, which is interesting because we're taught in this world and society that's constantly in doing. Doing is the same thing as making. It's like making happen, making things happen, you making it happen, you creating your reality, in the sense of not creating it, but you making that reality a reality. And it tends to get very exhausting when we are making it happen. And this comes from my experience as well. And it's funny because this made me catch myself of how I'm still doing that in my life. So it says here, we were created to create and not to make. It's like, that's interesting. It says, what's the difference between making and creating? So do you guys want to know what's the difference between making and creating? Because I think I was like, yeah, I want to know that. So making, okay, listen to this. Making requires the special efforts of the egoic mind. So making really involves the loveless mind. It involves that part of the mind that doesn't trust, that part of the mind that wants to go and manipulate and make happen. And it's a very stressful way to make. When you're making, you're stressed out because your separated self is making that happen. Making involves planning what one wants based on what one already knows. Right? So it's coming from a space of your past, of what you've already known, what works, what doesn't work. There's no trust involved. There's no space for joy and excitement. And then setting about to find the way to bring it into being according to one's ideas. Making always has an element of fear. It says here, since the ego itself is a fundamental contraction of fear. And then it says creating in the way that I'm using these terms is quite different. What I say that you were born to create is that you were created to create. So we were created to create. I mean that being made in the Creator's image, your only function is to serve as a conduit through which you're in like mystery and beauty and love, and it's expressed in ways that can't even be seen in this world, you know? An artist can do that with a brush. A singer could do it with a song. A writer can do it with a word. A friend can do it with a smile. And a gardener can do it with a gardener. So that's different. That is creating. That is more, it's coming more of a space of, it says here, you are the act of extending creation whenever you surrender your own idea of what a thing is for, and you choose only to do what you do in order to enjoy the presence of love and the offering of love to whomever or wherever whoever's going to receive it. So this was huge for me because I woke up this morning in, I think, a very making mode. You know, I was going to make things happen today. I was going to, you know, probably dibble-dabble my emails a little bit. I have to do some things in regards to some events that I have coming up next month, some speaking events I have. I'm working on my Mexico tour. So there was probably going to be some making happening today. What happens is that what I did is I asked myself these questions, and these are the questions that are in the book, which I thought are very helpful. I choose now for the perfect peace of God. So that's the first thing I said, which says here, I choose now for the perfect peace of God. So it could be, I choose now peace. And how often do we do that, right, guys? And then it says here, Father, what would you like to create in this moment with me? So I was like, so God, source, love, what would you like to create this day with me? Instead of Maria making this day happen, it's like, I want to co-create with God today. I want to spread the joy with God today. I want to be a disciple of the Christ today. I want to be joined with Spirit today, you know? And what I got is, after going to the toilet for a hot second and coming back, and as I was actually sitting on the throne, I thought, what do I want to do today? And I thought, what do I want to create with God today? And the first thing that came to mind was the beach. I was like, I want to go to the beach. And a Malibu beach I actually want to go to today. And I was like, I don't want to get on the computer today. I don't want to go to hot yoga today. I have had such a beautiful week that not that justifies it, but you know, Tuesday I had my interview. I had my self-worth class. Wednesday I had my interview with JM. Yesterday I had my 8-week program, Healing Inner Child program, of where participants are just generally getting their healing on. So I've really been in creation mode this week of really, you know, and also making mode of making things happen. So I was like, what would I like to create today? And I said, wow, I want to go. Hola, Rosaline. Hello, welcome. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Edward. Hi, Daisy. Thank you for joining me. I'm talking about how I completely shifted my day around today. I was going to get into work mode, and I just shifted it around, and now I'm going to the beach. So what I got is, I want to go to the beach, and then I was like, well, I wonder if Christian's going to want to go with me, just because he also is in his own making mode, not creating, probably making things happen today with his website work and stuff like that. And he was in bed with the dog, actually, and I laid down next to him, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna follow my excitement. I'm gonna follow my joy today. I'm not gonna work, and I'm gonna go to the beach. So I asked him, I said, babe, do you want to go to the beach today? Like, I was reading Creating versus Making, and really getting in touch with God and co-creating with God. And what I got is, let's go to the beach with Ari instead of taking him to the babysitter, and let's watch him play in the sand. Let's go play in the sand. Let's go play in the ocean. Let's just fuck it, you know? Let's go create with God. Let's go follow the love. Let's go co-create with love. You know, while we're driving there, while we're getting out of the car, while we're playing with the sand, while we're setting up our little tent. We have this beautiful, like, little beach tent. And I was like, yeah, let's create. Let's create with the divine. Let's create with source, with joy. Fuck this making happen, you know, fuck this, you know, I gotta just make my day exactly the same it was yesterday, you know? So, Christian and Aria are upstairs. They're getting ready for the beach because Christian said yes to the calling as well. So both of us are going to head out to the beach today. And I just want to share with you that, guys, that it's beautiful how just a little routine in the morning, which was my routine, which is I basically read and journal, could definitely just impact your whole day and your day changes. Thank you for all the hearts, Tanya. I know that you're a beach girl, and I know that you love to go to the beach too. So I know that you're joining me there in spirit. Thank you, Rosaline, thank you for those best wishes. I hope that this is helpful and it's inspired you to create your day today. And maybe where you're watching this video now, maybe it's already nighttime, but tomorrow, yeah, you're gonna go tomorrow, Tanya. That's awesome. But tomorrow, which is what I was just about to say, Tanya, is create the day that you want with God. Co-create with God, the good, the holy, and the beautiful. And let's kind of just shy away from the making, the doing, and more of creating. We were created to create. We were here to create like God creates, which is coming from a space of being present and asking every moment, God, how may I serve you? How may your will be done through me today? How can I extend my purpose through you and as you? Are all these little questions that I ask myself. There's a little prayer here that I read that I'll leave you guys with, and then I'm going to go ahead and do this live. I'm going to go ahead and do this live with the Spanish group, but here it goes. I give this moment over for the will of my Father. I wonder how I could simply surrender into being the presence of one who has accepted the kingdom for myself. And then I will see where it carries me in the next second. So it's definitely carrying me to the beach. I love you guys. See you next time.